everyone, it's Emma, or My Pampered Pet. First of all, I would like to apologise that I haven't had videos uploaded for the past 2 weeks, and I feel really bad about it. And I understand if like the collabers don't want me in collab anymore because I've kind of really let everybody down. So I'm really sorry, really sorry about that. I've just had exams recently. I had a chemistry, a math, geography, and history, and I've had like French revision and stuff. So it's been really stressful and busy for me, and yeah, I just haven't really had time to upload them because it takes like an hour to upload one video for some reason. So sorry if this one's up late as well. It's already 11:15. I've been out, but I still want to make a video, so that's why I'm making one now. So yeah, that's why I haven't made them. But anyway, as it's Friday, it's me doing the video, and it's do what you want week. So we're going to make a video on anything really. So I'm going to talk to you about rabbit weight and the importance of checking your rabbit's weight quite often. Do you like that? And it's starring Mischief because he has lost a lot of weight recently. Mainly because he has had his incisors out. He's still eating fine without his incisors. However, he's eating things much more slowly. And as my rabbits like ate their food together, I didn't realise that he wasn't getting as much as he should have done. But what was happening was, because he was taking so long to eat like one pellet or something, the other 2 rabbits was eating the rest of his food. So he didn't get the amount he should have done, and he has lost so much weight. I think he was 1.8 kilograms and he's now 1.4, which is really worrying. And I can feel his spine and you can see all his bones and stuff. So now he's been getting loads of food. You're not meant to like change a rabbit's amount of food like quickly because it's bad for the digestion system. So he's been like, I've been increasing his pellets over the last 2 days, quite a lot actually. But not too much, just enough for him to hopefully make a difference. And he's been coming in and getting like bowls full of vegetables all for himself. And fruit as well, apple and carrots, which isn't good often, but the vet said that he needs to put on weight, so sugary stuff like that just for a few days won't harm him because he needs fattening up pretty much. And the reason we ended up at the vet was because we had a very near-death experience on Wednesday with him, which was awful. Because I noticed he was skinny, I brought him inside with the other 3 rabbits, and we were feeding them all. And because Blossom was in with them, they didn't fight. Well, that don't make sense, because Blossom was in with them, and they didn't fight because they were eating, and they don't fight when they're eating because they're distracted. Why is he licking the floor? Anyway, so, gosh, well, we brought them in. I went and got some pellets for them. I actually had some Science Selective pellets in, and I've been giving them 1 or 2 a day, because I had like a few bags of them, so I've been giving them 1 or 2. Gave Mischief 1, and he kind of like, he ate one, and then he spat the next one out. So I picked it up and kind of like gave it him, like, why didn't you eat this? Did you drop it? Gave it him. He started eating it, and then he started choking. It was awful. Rabbits can't be sick, so it was really serious when he started gipping, like his mouth like going, his head going back and forth, like, yeah, it was really serious. And I was really worried, asking my mum what he was doing, because my mum was there at the time. And she was like, I don't know, Emma. And then all of a sudden this green stuff started shooting out of his nose. It wasn't snot or anything like that. It was like this discharge from like mixed with the pellets and all this fluid and stuff. I'm not sure what it was, but it was horrible. And it was kind of like a yellowy green colour. And it was really bad. And then he started like flopping onto his side and coughing and spluttering, and he couldn't breathe. He was breathing but very heavy and like gasping for air, and it was very frightening. So my mum kind of picked him up, and we were like rubbing his sides to try and help him to breathe. And then I went and got his water bottle. We were putting water into his mouth to try and like flush down the pellet that was stuck. Well, we assumed he was choking anyway, which he was. And then my mum was like blowing air quite a distance just into his mouth to help him get oxygen basically. And then, hey bunny, sorry. Then she had her finger in his mouth at one point trying to wedge whatever was in the way. but she couldn't feel anything because it had actually gone down his throat. Get away from the wire. Away from the wire. No, don't go in the cupboard. Don't go in the cupboard. So, yeah, do you want some of this? Good boy. Tissue from wiping his feet. So, yeah, it was really serious. He was like coughing, dying, basically. The vet said he was lucky to be alive. So, yeah, we rushed him to the vet in his little carrier, which I like totally got ready really, really quickly. And I was so worried. Rushed him to the vet. They got him straight on oxygen. They gave him some pain relief and gave us some medicine to take home. He was there for quite a while, about half an hour, 45 minutes. And I'm so glad we got him there in time because he might not have been here today if we didn't get him there. So it was very, very frightening. But I'm so thankful that he's here, alive and well. But yes, that's what happened. The vet noticed that he was skinny too. Oh, he skidded. So he said, bring him back in 2 weeks, unless obviously he gets ill before then, and they're going to weigh him again. And if he's lost weight, there's probably a really big problem, so he's going to be checked out properly. But if he's put it on, or is still the same, then hopefully there's nothing wrong. So we just got to hope that he puts it on, really. So now I'm feeding him separately so that the others don't pinch his food. So basically, the lesson to be learnt is always check your rabbit's weight every day. Doesn't necessarily mean weigh them, but it's probably best to weigh them every week. I'm weighing Mischief every day right now because it's kind of important too. But every week you should really weigh them. If you've got like your own weighing scales for like measuring yourself, what you could do is, if you could change it to kilograms, that would be good. And you can stand on the weighing scales and see what you are, and then pick up your bunny and see what it changes to, and then like measure the difference, take away the difference, and that's how much your bunny weighs. So that's how you do it. Mischief used to be 1.8 before his teeth op. Now he's 1.4. So he has lost quite a lot of weight, which is really bad. Is it 400 grams? I don't know how it works. I'm rubbish with this kind of measuring thing. But he has lost quite a lot of weight. And he's very skinny and has to put it back on. So yeah, he's getting fed separately now. So if you have rabbits and you have one that's really fat and one that's really thin, then please feed them separately, because you'll find that one will probably lose weight and one will probably put it on. Any food changes, as always, must be done slowly, because rabbits have like very sensitive digestive systems, and it can like affect them if you change the diet quick. So yeah, you have to be slowly when doing that. So the one that's skinny, gradually increase their pellets and their hair and their veg and everything, and well, they should always have loads of hay anyway, and then gradually decrease what your fat bunny has if you have a fat bunny. And also make sure that they're eating okay. You can't eat that, can you? Too big. I'll break it up for you. 1 second, I'll just break that up for Mischief. Okay. Sorry, this is probably like a really bad view for you. Can you eat that piece? Oh, yummy! And also, I really recommend watching your rabbits when they eat their pellets and their veg at all times now. You might have just like given it to them in the morning and gone. I recommend not doing that, because if we weren't there when Mischief was choking on that pellet, then he would have most likely died. It would have been awful. So please watch your rabbits when they're eating. I know it's like you can't really watch them when they're eating hay because they've got to have it all the time, or grass. But eating pellets, do watch. Why are you following me? You're going around me. Okay, you can circle me. So yeah, watch them when they are eating pellets, veg, stuff like that. And if you're like going to school and you're in a rush, maybe like me usually, get up a bit earlier if you can. And I do actually recommend feeding rabbits separately anyway, not just in case if one's smaller or not, because yeah, you might have one that's slower, that eats slower than the others, and can you stop going round? And like eat slower than the others, and then the others are pinching its food, and it's not getting, he or she won't be getting as much as they're meant to, which means they're going to be hungry, I know they've got hay and stuff, but if you feed pellets, then they're still going to be hungry because they're used to having it in their diet. And veg, they should have veg every day anyway, or most days. So yeah, basically feed your bunnies separately if you can. I know sometimes you can't, but if you do notice a weight difference, then you should be doing really feeding them separately. And try watch them eating their pellets if you can. And make sure the pellets aren't too small, because if they're too small, they could choke on them easy. But also not too big, because if they're too big, then they could choke on that. Mischief choked on something big, but it's more common for rabbits to choke on something small. So he's not going to be getting full-size selective pellets ever again. I think they're too big for him. I just wouldn't risk it. So if he ever does get size selective again, I'm going to break one pellet in half and give him halves of pellets and feed him like that. Okay, so I hope this video hasn't been boring, and it's been quite informative and helpful to you. I would have never thought of watching the rabbits eating pellets, really, until this awful experience happened. And then I actually found out on the rabbit forum that the same happened to someone else. However, she was at work when it happened, so obviously when she got back, she found her bunny, and unfortunately he died, and it's really sad. So I was very, very lucky with Mischief and that I was there. So I do recommend watching your bunnies eat. So thank you for watching. I hope it's helped. Please subscribe. Bye!